some of you want heat, some of you want winter, some of you want your storms. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know I'm talking to someone in this update. So, alright, let's start off with the stormy section of this update. And we're going to go to NOAA's SPC, our Storm Prediction Center, National. There's not much here, so I'm not going to go into detail on days 1, 2, and 3. So we're not going to do much of that. This will be a winter hint. If you stay tuned to the end of the video, you will get the winter hint along with the video. NHC, or National Hurricane Center, looks like this. Very clear in the Atlantic, which I expect due to the El Nino increase in trade winds, weakening precip over the Atlantic. This little bugger has an 80% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days. One to watch. I don't expect much of a hurricane develop out of it, but it could be wrong. I also want to take a look at our NOAA 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, and we're just going to do this one, and then we're going to get an analog for that, and our analog is 2012, and makes sense because here in Cleveland we're forecasted 5 days with 90-degree temps every day consecutively, and in 2012 that's like the epitome of what that year summer was. We had 90-degree days just off and on and cycling off and back and forth. So again, we're getting that. That's the second time we've gotten 2012 as an analog year. Now here is your winter hint. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow here. But our European weeklies, taking a look at our latest run from June 25th. This is a newer run than yesterday's run. I don't know what the date is today, to be honest, because it's closed off on my computer screen. We have a lot of snow still in the northwest. Temperatures next 46 days, just very hot in the central part of the country. Precip looks like this. Again, very dry. I would not be surprised if this would be some wildfires popping up these red areas there. We're going to take a jab at NOAA's seasonal outlook because, again, we want to check and see what they're forecasting so we can compare our notes with theirs, so to speak, or their result. And they have not advanced on that. I am sorry. I'm a little bit disappointed with you, NOAA. But we'll move on to another model. In Weatherbell, we're going to go out to our CFSV2 seasonal if it has a run for winter temperatures, and I don't know if it goes all the way out there. It does not, so we are going to stick with a Euro seasonal model. And let's just take a look at this. So temperature outlook, we're going to take it month by month here. So June looks like this, very hot. July is hot. August is hot. Again, a different perspective of the temps because a lot of models have cold in these same areas in the central. So it's up in the air. September hot. October cools down a little bit. November warmth resurges in the northern half of the USA and southern Canada. December looks hot. So you know my forecast. I'm not going to go into it, but we will review a couple of things off of the Jamstack weather model, and we'll have an additional extra for you in a second. So again, the forecast reads, as predicted earlier, an El Nino occurred, so we're in an El Nino currently. The Jamstack predicts that the El Nino will develop farther, resulting in a strong El Nino in the boreal late summer. Some ensemble members predict a super El Nino at the end of this year, so by winter time. So that's up for grabs. I'm not sure if it'll be a super El Nino, but we're going to do something different here. We're going to look at our tropical... Oh, that's not going to work for us, okay. Let's do our El Nino Mordecai 2-year forecast. Oh, that doesn't have it either. Let's stick with our, let's go bold here. Let's do our Indian Ocean Dipole Index. Okay, so I don't know much about this, but I will kind of go into what I observe here. So we have our chart here going from on the left all the way from the date of July of 2025, extending all the way forecasted to April of 2027. And so we have a couple of models here, and all in all, the IOD is positive. And I'm going to look into that. Positive Indian Ocean Dipole phase. Let's just take a look at what that has. Okay, perfect. I love AI. The positive phase of the Indian Ocean Dipole IOD is characterized by warmer sea surface temperatures in the western Indian Ocean and cooler temperatures in the eastern Indian Ocean, leading to significant changes in weather patterns. Okay, so the positive phase occurs here. Here's a characteristic, again, of the positive phase, which we will be in. During the positive phase, warm water accumulates in the western Indian Ocean near Africa. Okay, we already went over that, but the wind patterns. Here, effect on weather patterns. So, increased rainfall in eastern Africa, drier conditions in Southeast Asia and Australia, and then there's a monsoonal impact. All in all, that doesn't have much to do with the USA. So let's take a look at a couple more factors that might have something to do with the USA. Let's take a look at our 2-meter air temperature anomalies. Let's just go through the summer through fall and winter. So, again, going off our latest June run, as you can see, there's a lot of warm air temperatures generated off the El Nino. July through September, September through November, coming into fall now. Looks like this. We get a little cool down there in the USA. It's hard to tell, but there is, and the El Nino is just basking in warmth, as is the North Pole. And then we go to December through February, and it looks like this. A lot of cold. And again, we're getting that the strict curvature of precision where you get that super El Nino to be a Mordecai. And I believe that's the only reason why the Jamstick is forecasting such a cold winter, is because it has that strong Mordecai signal, even though it's a strong super El Nino. So yeah, the Mordecai is really everything when it comes to the El Nino or La Nina, but especially El Nino. If you get that Mordecai, it's a signature for a cold winter, and we're forecasted that. So I leave you with this: cold winter ahead, snowy winter ahead, especially concentrated in the northern half of the USA. Will be an active winter in the Northeast as well, especially, I think that's going to be our snowiest spot in the Northeast, because in the Northeast it's going to have an impact for potential major energetic nor'easter snowstorms. So, all right, guys, I believe this is a very cold and snowy winter ahead. Let's get through the summer first. And in the meantime, this is Tyler's World of Weather. Thank you all for watching so much. If you enjoyed this update, be sure to comment, subscribe, and share, and like. And feel free to, again, subscribe and share if you like long-range weather content. Got you covered there. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a great day. Take care, and goodbye.